Now, if the British were to bolt, our next guest, MarketWatch columnist Brett Arends, says it might give the market a jolt. I tried to deliver that as effectively as I could, so the rhyming would get done here. But it seems like the betting markets and the financial markets are at least leaning towards the side of stay. But you think it's a big deal, right, if they leave?
Oh, there's no question. Look, at the moment, the betting is that Britain is more likely to stay than to leave. And markets have become quite optimistic about that in the last week. They're pretty much relying on that result. I'll tell you, if we get a leave victory on Thursday, tomorrow, I would expect to see a lot of turmoil in the markets on Friday. I mean, the fact is, just a week ago, the markets were starting to get nervous by the possibility of Brexit, and they were down quite a long way. We've seen about a 6% rise in European stock markets just since then. If we got a leave vote, I suspect we would retrace that and then some. I wouldn't be surprised to see 10% off on a lot of European markets.
10% off on, wow, right away you're talking about a huge down day on Friday, followed up by a down week next week. Of course, this is all hypotheticals.
Look, I can't guarantee it. I can't, if I could guarantee these things, I would be talking to you from my yacht. But that would have to be the likeliest scenario, because everyone has now basically placed their bets on the idea that Britain is going to stay in Europe. And you got to understand, if there is a leave vote, there's a lot of uncertainty that would follow from that, including an internal, like a domestic political crisis. I would expect the Prime Minister's position to be in jeopardy if he lost the vote tomorrow. So you'd have uncertainty inside the UK. You'd have uncertainty about where Britain and what Britain and Europe were going to do. You'd also have uncertainty about any contagion that might spread, particularly to more vulnerable countries like Italy. Would that make Italy more likely to leave the euro? All sorts of consequences that could follow from a leave vote. The market is quite complacent about Remain at this point, possibly too complacent.
That's the risk that we're setting ourselves up for. You can look for Ashley Webster and Gasparino. I think they're out of the Fox Business yacht there, Brett, in the Thames. So, if it goes that way, right? Brett Arends with us from London. We'll keep covering this, and he laid out why it's so important to us.